everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have had YouTube, I've been on YouTube for over 8.5 years, and I think I've not done a reintroduction video since my very first introduction video, which was 8.5 years ago. And in this year, amazingly, I've had lots of new subscribers, so I thought I'll just do a little check-in and say hello to everyone and introduce you to me and my channel and what I do, and welcome aboard, basically. So the main thing I use YouTube for is almost like a diary, just to sort of keep track of what I'm up to in my life. I do currently weekly vlogs. I don't know how frequent that will stay, but for now it's weekly vlogs. And that is literally just what I get up to in my life and how I am being, basically, how I am living. And one of the reasons for that is just for my own sake, that I can have it to look back on. But another reason, and that's actually I think why I initially started up the YouTube channel, aside from the fact that I was bored because I broke my finger, is that I always wanted to go into either theatre or film or TV as an actress or singer, dancer, whatever you want to call it. But I was never very good. I was alright, and I was very enthusiastic, but I was never the most talented, and I never had, all the money to be able to afford all the classes, etc, etc. And basically, I want to document my journey because I do have this belief that I'm going to get there, even though I'm not there yet, but I do have this hope that I'll make it work somehow. And I want people to be able, because when I was younger, I was looking for people who were in a similar position like me, and there was no one there. It didn't exist. I mean, my main YouTube role model was probably Carrie Hope Fletcher, and I mean, she's very talented, but she also had a lot of the odds stacked in her favour. And I just wanted to find someone or, people who maybe don't have that same head start or maybe are not as talented to begin with and have had to put more effort into it. I have nothing bad to say about Carrie Hope Fletcher. I do still very much enjoy watching her perform, and I do think she's very talented, but she wasn't me, if that makes sense. And yet I wanted to be her. And I still do. I want her career. She's got a fantastic career. But basically, that is my story. I am an actress, or trying to be one, and I am documenting my life. The last few years I have luckily been able to work in various entertainment industries. So I worked on a river cruise last year. Before that I worked in Lapland doing a pantomime there, amongst other things. And I also worked in a Greek resort. I've vlogged all that, so you can see all my vlogs up here and you can scroll back and have a look. But now I'm in the UK and I'm auditioning for things whilst working 2 regular jobs just to get by as it goes. And I'm living with my grandma at the moment, although I'm hoping to move out sort of early 2025, but we shall see what happens with that. I love theatre, as I've already spoken about. I also love books and movies and whatever, so I do, at the end of each month, I do a monthly wrap-up and a review of everything I've consumed, so that's every month. So if you're interested in that, I've got that, and if you have any suggestions for things I should watch or read, please let me know down below. I also really like travelling, and I try and do, at least some travelling. I can't do loads, but I try and do some, and I vlog everything I do, so that's also happening on this channel if you're interested in travel. I should probably also mention I was born in Holland, and then I lived in Australia for a while, and now I'm living in the UK, but my family is still in Australia, so I do tend to go back sort of once every year, 2 years, so there's lots of Australian footage as well. I've also started to get into sort of the bullet journaling community, not quite. I don't go all the way into it because I'm not super artistic, but I do like the organisation side of it, so I do sort of my own version, and I have some videos up about that as well, and they tend to go up mainly at the end of each year. Hello, sorry, my camera died, and then my grandma came in, so a bunch of things have happened, but I'm back. So, there's bullet journaling and organisation and lots of New Year's type videos. I do lots of wrap-ups and whatnot at the end of the year, including Storygraph. I use Storygraph to track all my reading, and at the end of the year I get a bunch of statistics and it makes me happy. A couple of other things that may show up on this channel are things to do with knitting, to do with writing, to do with cooking. I'm trying to cook more. I've never been a great cook. I'm really trying to cook more, but because I do live with my grandma, I don't like to film when she's home, so we're working on it. But I will talk about recipes that I found as well. And lastly, something that I've really been trying to do a bit more of in the last year or so is fashion-y things. There's not been that much yet. I think so far I've got one video, which is an A Closet Wearing app video, but I really want to do more with it. I do talk about it in my videos about matching earrings and clothes and whatnot, but I am hoping to do more individual videos about fashion. I tend to do a lot of secondhand shopping. Well, I don't shop, but I tend to get a lot of my clothes secondhand, or, have items from years ago. I've also got a cupboard in Australia, so obviously there's clothes that get rotated that I forget about. I sort of half have a summer-winter cupboard, but not always. It's not totally accurate, but a lot of my stuff is also in storage, so there's a lot there to talk about. And also, obviously, being an actress, I do post performing videos, not super frequently, but they do go up sort of once every few months, maybe. I'm trying to be better at it. I'm just very self-conscious of it, and I want to post things that are absolutely perfect, and I can't see anything as absolutely perfect, so it's very hard, but we're working on it. And then I think the only other thing really worth mentioning is that I also have another channel that I share with 2 others, and it's called The Dear Hopefuls, and basically it's almost like pen pals but video pals, and we use YouTube as the platform to do it. And those videos are usually like 1 minute to 3 minutes long, and we just quickly give an update on our life and talk about whatever theme of the month it is, and that's it. So if you want to check that out, I'll link it up here as well. I think those are the main things you need to know. I am sure there's a lot more on this channel for you to discover if you're interested in me. I've always wanted to actually make YouTube a part-time job for me, and I really want to grow it, but I think especially since the start of last year, I've really been putting more effort into it than I was before. So I'd really appreciate it if you wanted to stick around, hang around, subscribe, you know, all that jazz. I don't like saying it, I never talk about it in my videos, but it does help me out. And also, if you do like some of the stuff on here, and you know, I can't earn money yet until I get 1,000 subscribers, so if you do want to support me, there is a little button down below that you can buy me a coffee, it's called. Obviously absolutely no obligation to, but if you have the money and you want to support me or show some love, I would really appreciate that. But let me know how you found me. I'm always curious how people discover small channels, because I am a tiny channel, even though I've got over 1,000 videos, which is crazy. And if you have anything you would specifically like to see from me, please do let me know. I'm always happy to sort of cater to recommendations or requests. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this, I hope you like me, and I'll hopefully see you very soon in another video. Bye!